Welcome to episode 7 of the Real Talk Trader. And today we've got a brand new trader sharing his journey, the one and only Ben. Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How was your long weekend?
Been all right, been a bit busy doing some things, taking them off the list, and then done a bit of strategy building yesterday, and now we're here talking to you. So, how was yours?
Yeah, it was lovely. Thank you. Spent the weekend with family. But now it's time to get down to business and really understand your trading journey. What I want to understand today and what the viewers want to see is what got you into trading, why you are a trader, and why you went to automated trading. So let's start off with a bit about you. So tell me a bit about you, your journey, how you got to this point.
Uh, so I sort of first heard of trading when I was maybe 19, 20. So I'm 28 now, so many moons ago,
Quite a while
and
ago
yeah, quite a while ago, but nothing popped off for me, which I'll get to in a second. But I sort of I was new to it, and I think I was sort of young and naive at the time, and sort of just fell into the just Instagram sort of gimmicks of like put £500 in, get 10 grand a week, that sort of stuff. And
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, a 19, 20-year-old, you're like, sweet, like jump for that. I was on my apprenticeship getting like £3 an hour, and I was like, this is bollocks. And I'll go to something better. And obviously, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but obviously it could be, but they never tell you the fact you need like 500,000 in there to get the 10 grand a week for like leverage and stuff.
Mhm.
And they sort of make out if you put £500 in, you'll get 10 grand, and that sort of thing. And I sort of like, I didn't fall for it too like much. Obviously, it's quite an enticing thing. It is obviously like an advert that pops out at you. I gave it a little go. I put a little bit of money in there, like nothing drastic, sort of like the £500 minimum. But I tried it with a bunch of people along the way. So I probably lost a couple of grand over the time. Um, I went for that basically, and it didn't work for the fact that I'm a tradesman, my day job, so I'm quite hands on throughout the day.
And
Um,
what trade are you in?
Gas engineer, plumber, so like
Okay.
yeah. Um,
So you
I
can't you
work.
can't be fit in a bathroom and at your phone then
Uh,
whilst you're plumbing and
Yeah, not really. Sometimes I get no signal and stuff like that, and this was the part of it. Is so like I work in all sorts of houses, so sometimes I get signals, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's hit and miss depending where I am in the house. So for example, this had happened. Like I'd be in a house and I'd like get one of their signals come through, and I go sweet, I jump on that straight away. Like within the 20 seconds, I can get on it. So I jump on like the correct like entry price and stuff, and then I'd lose signal, and then I'd be like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know when to close, what to do, like, and then like
yeah.
10 minutes later, I'd get signal. Everyone's already closed because they should have. And then I've missed out on the take profit and it's gone the opposite way and I've hit a loss and stuff like that. But I think the problem with that, it comes with a lot of, can come with a lot of emotions. So, like,
Hmm.
I think you lose a couple of trades manually and then you go, oh, I need to crawl it back. And then, like, you'll sit there and you're like, I'd have to get on the next one. And then, like, sometimes you just miss the boat and you keep trying to catch it and then just realize, like, it's only one day over like 365, for example,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. So you're like keep trying to chase something, and then you sort of let your emotions get the better of you, and then ultimately you just don't win. Um,
Talk us through those emotions. So when you say you let the emotions get the better of you, so what would you do? Because obviously you got revenge trading. Like at that point, did you actually know how to trade, or were you just copying other people's
yeah,
signals?
no, I had no idea. I sort of like YouTubed a little bit and like try to find my own
Yeah.
research, but there's like at the time I didn't know, but I know there's obviously more than one type of trading out there. So like I was just there's so much going around. I was like getting really confused with it. And I said that, like I'm not a computer person at all. I'm not someone who can sit and read books and read things. That I'd much more be able to see things and sort of see it that way. So
Mhm.
it was a challenge for me that side, but yeah, I'd say I didn't know a lot about trading. I sort of could understand the keywords. I'd understand and research the keywords of things and that, but
Yeah.
I couldn't read a chart. All I knew was blue was good and red was bad, and we want the blues, and that was sort of all I knew. And that from there. But I said it just didn't work because I was too hands on. Like it was just it just could not get it to work for me at all. And I sort of come away. I said I heard of that when I was sort of 19, 20, and tried a bit, and then come away from it. And actually, at that time, that's when I first ever spoke to Ryan, or like a lot of years ago, and he was
Mhm.
doing some sort of automation thing then, I believe. Um, but at my time, I couldn't afford the stuff to go with him. It's a bit more
Yeah. Yeah.
expensive
Yeah.
compared to
Yeah.
these £30 courses. But so I sort of like kept him in the back burner all the time, and I spoke to him a couple of times along the way, and every other, a couple of years, I'd message you. I think I'm in a position to try this, and then like life happened and you wasn't, and stuff like that. But the good thing I liked about it is like all these other traders that I see on Instagram, like all their accounts are deactivated and stuff now. They're just out there to penny pinch off people. And 6 years later since I've met him, Ryan's account's still there, still growing. The whole community is still going well and stuff. So it's those little things you can see, like some work, some don't, and that. But that's sort of it with my manual trading. I never got into it too, but because like I said, I couldn't sit on the charts all day. So my only hope in that was to hopefully some signals would help come through, and I could copy people and stuff like that. But I think long term it's just not very sustainable. You could make a couple of quid here and there, but I just think like at the long term, if you want to do it with a career and stuff, I think long term it's just never going to happen. I think you need to do it yourself. But I think the reason I like the automation side, which obviously we're going to pick up soon, but like I think the reason I like it so much, it gives people like myself a chance to trade.
So talk us through how the automation works for you, and how it benefits you basically, because like you're at work all day, so if you've not got signal, does it still trade for you? So tell the viewers exactly how it works, and like do you have to manage it? So talk us through what it does for you.
So I'd say the best thing, which I think I've put in the chat and that a few times, is the best thing. Like obviously, nothing is given to you in life at all. Like you have to obviously put in hours here and there, and I think automation suits me because I can make it work around my work. Like I go to work, I ain't got to worry about it at all. I just obviously I follow the chat, and if I've got signal, I'll reply to a few things and learn a few things and that. But the actual like trading side of things is you build a few strategies in your own time, which for me is in an evening, and then like I've been at work and I'll just get a notification through from TradingView saying the trade's been placed, and then some people do like to sit and watch it, and I used to be that guy. I used to sort of sit there quite early on. I think I was just new and excited to it, I think, and then you just sort of start to get to a point you go like the outcome's going to be the outcome. I can't change it, so there's no point.
And then the stress builds up, and then it's panic stations if it's close to stop loss. And then what you do is it'd be so close to stop loss, you'd be like, it's just going to hit stop loss anyway. I'm just going to walk away. And then you get an alert like an hour later, and you think, it's just flipped. It's just completely changed. So unfortunately, it's not great watching. But you've come a really long way. So tell us about your journey from starting automation and what was involved, because you spend hours in the evening. So how does that affect home life? And because you don't have to put in hours, but you want it that much that you put in the work.
I got in contact with Ryan again when I was I just have to go for it now. Like it is what it is. I think life events are always going to happen. Obviously I've got like a little bit more money now than I did 8 years ago, whenever it was, 6 years ago. But, I was just like, it's just got to go for it now. So I moved into my house 2023 to December 2023. And then I was, you get like your own little place for the computer and stuff now. And I was like, and then I keep looking at it because I've always been like someone who I'm never satisfied, which is my problem, which I think somewhere along the line I'm going to have to be sort of like, I have to celebrate little things, but I'm never satisfied. So I'm always wanting more. So like, even if like, I don't know, I just want, like, I just knew there was more than just like 9-5 working all the time. I've had I had no like guidance and stuff through life, like with a lot of old family history and stuff like that. So I've always sort of had to like fend for myself. And if I get it wrong, okay, I'll get it wrong. I have to just move on, sort of thing. And so I got to a point. I was like, right, I'm just going to go for it. Otherwise, I'll never go for it. So contacted Ryan, and he put me basically through to Alex about like the Zoom call that the half-hour Zoom call and stuff. I think I spent like an hour on there with him, to be fair. He showed me some stuff, and I wrote down a load of questions and things. And must admit, it does sound really good to be true, like they do say. But like I've thought I've always been like, it's if even for example, if this didn't work, I put £1,000 into it, for the whole thing and stuff like that. And it's £1,000 in like a lifetime of making money. It's literally nothing. So I'm like, it sort of is what it is. So then I'm like, okay, so I go for it. And so I signed up and stuff like that, and showed me how to use the wizard, and you watch your tutorials and stuff. And it just went off from that, really. I sort of like became sort of probably too addictive to it, like straight away. So like for the first 3 months,
completely addicted to it.
Yeah, so like I'd say for the first 3 months, obviously I didn't have a challenge enough. I was just learning the system and the software, and there's just always like a better strategy to have. So like, I'd get somewhere and I'd put it in the chat, and then you get people like put theirs in. You'll go, okay, so mine not as good. So I'd get rid of that and go again, and then it's sort of good, but it'll make or break you really. You can get upset to the fact someone's got a better strategy, or you can go, well, so there is obviously a better strategy to have. If someone else has got like 85% win rate and I've only got 60, like why settle at 60? Like I have to go get the 85. And
Yeah, how did you overcome that? Because it did used to stress you out when you used to have a strategy and then someone would post. Well, I'd say not necessarily better because yours were good. It's just that somebody was working on something different, and I think that's a common thing that me, Ryan, and Alex probably get messages on is why is mine only 70% profitable when somebody else has got 85, 90? Well, it's the type of strategy you're building and what you're making.
Yeah. Of course, I think there's just there's so many branches, isn't there, coming off of different ways you can build a strategy, and someone takes like left, someone takes right, and it sort of you get to the same thing, but there's obviously like if I start inputting different things and they're doing different things, you get different things, and it's just the same.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'd probably say, to be fair, like stress wise, I'm absolutely sound with it. I don't sit and get upset. I'd say I like. It's easy. I think when I first got the challenge, I had a couple of wins, and then like you lost a few on the trot, and you sort of sit there and go, oh, it's going to take me ages now. But then again, you sort of just I've really become like all right with it. It just is what it is. Like the probabilities will play out. Like it's one day over, well, that whole week, for example. But like you know yourself, you could have a loss or two today, and then you can have like 4 wins. Like gold the other day, last week for me was like perfect. Like if I had a week, if I kept having a week to them, it'd be great. Like So like it only takes like an hour to completely switch, and it's just the way the market.
Yes. Really. So you have been doing it a while. So you're saying that your goal triggered quite a lot last week, but we had some traders where their strategies didn't because they don't all trigger at the same time. So what do you do if yours are not triggering, but you can see that a lot of other people are essentially having trades and making money? Does it affect you? Because I think just some, I don't know, experience of how you cope with that will definitely help some of the newer members.
Yeah, to be fair, again, like I'm a very like molded person. Like okay, I can't let a few numbers upset me from like past events that happened. It's literally numbers. I'm not going to be the great person to like ask for it, but I don't know. I like to see people win. I just like that. Like I just like to see people win. So if they're having strategies that are pinging trades left, right, and centre, and mine's quiet, it just is what it is for now. It will trigger. Like it is, unless there's a mistake my end. Like I did have at the start. Like I sort of maybe tried rushing it a little bit and then just missed like very very small things. Like the alert was slightly one number out, and they're my little mistakes, and you learn from them. But now you only do it once, and you'll start to realise. Okay, you just need to take your time and set them up correctly. And once they're set up, they will go. But I don't really get upset at the fact if my goal didn't trigger, someone else was profiting 3-4 grand and stuff. Like it's great. Like I want everyone. I like to see people win. I mean, it just is what it is. Like I don't want all the money. There's enough money going around in the market for everyone. Like so.
The thing is, if someone else is winning this week, then the chances are you're winning next week. So and I think that's one of the key things. That's one of the things that I always say to people that I'm on calls with is it will be your turn. Just have a look. Your strategy is completely different to somebody else's, and that's the joy of it.
Yeah, I watched Alex's trader talk yesterday.
Yeah,
and like he said, like the probabilities will play out. Like like I said, some people. They'll have a couple of losses on a trade and they completely abolish it and like start a complete new strategy, and like it's going to happen, isn't it? Like you just got to let the trade, like you've built that strategy over 12 months and you're trying to get for example, like your £50,000 profit in those 2 days, and it just It's just
Yeah, it
not the
doesn't
way.
work. It doesn't work, does
Yeah,
it? And like, if you're a manual trader, there's no way you're going to be able to go back and sit there and be like, "Oh, I can just go back and change that. I've taken three
yeah,
losses." You can't do it because you'll be there for
no, of
six
course,
months to a year testing it all
yeah.
again. So yeah, and you're doing really well, trusting your strategies and letting things play out. So what what would you say is your why? Why after being in this game, well, since you're 19, 20, what keeps you going?
I think just the always the want for more. I suppose I think I'm still trying to learn like why. Like things do change over time, and I just want. Obviously I'd never give up the opportunity to be like a stinking millionaire, but like I think it's not even about me trying to become like millions. I just want my time back. I think if I could earn, with trading, you start getting like 4 or 5 grand a month or something. Like something, I know that's a lot to some, but like just a modest life. But I have my time because
Yeah.
automation is doing it for me. Again, a few hours here and there. Like eventually when I have children on my own or something like that, and I can just wake up and like say like take your kid to school and they come home, you can
Hmm.
stay with your kid and go on weekends and just the little things that like I never had when I was growing up. So it makes you sort of just start to
Yeah.
realize what you want and don't want, sort of thing. In a way, I'm kind of glad the trading didn't work for me when I was younger because I would have just been an idiot. I'd have probably been the guy to have like made 100 grand quickly in like a week, and then I'd have
Blown
just
it
been
all in on the
yeah,
weekend.
it had been absolutely it would have been a great weekend, but it would have cost me 100 grand. I'm sort of glad like you just mature a bit over time and you start to realize like okay, well, like there's money to be made, but you have to sort of do it sensibly. And then when you get your money, you're more sensible with it and like sort of thing.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care about the lavish flash lifestyle. You buy a couple of nice things here and there, of course you will. But I think my main why is time. Like, and
Okay.
the one thing money can't buy, obviously, and it's like your most valuable sort of possession. But it's that's for me. I think I just want to. We all have bad days and stuff here and there, and I think like, if I wake up and just go, do you know what, I can't be fucked to go to work. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I have my choice to sit there and go, I'm just going to go smash a gym, go to boxing, come home, have some lunch, and chill today. And I said, with my work at the moment, it's not my business. So like, I have to wake up, regardless of how shit I feel, I got to do it. Like tired, I got to do it hungry, I got to do it bright. You just got to go.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like you get sucked into that. So I think the freedom side of that is my main thing. I think I just want to just live a little bit. I suppose, like I
So
said,
if you had your time, because you can leave automation. So say you spent a couple of hours a day on your strategies, or okay, an
yeah,
hour. Because once you're set up, you don't really like. I spend 15 minutes a week, like
yeah,
just checking everything's good to go, ready for the next week. What would you do with your time? So like, what would a hobby be, or because it's always interesting because people are like, I don't know whether leaving work would be the right thing for me because with automation, I'll just be sat around waiting for trades. It might create bad habits. So it's
yeah.
interesting to. I'm going to start asking this question to everyone I speak to.
Yeah, so my little, long term plan, I suppose, is like get the automation side to work for me. I'm not, I cannot be the one to sit down and sit around for hours. Like
Yeah,
I hate it. Like the other half will sit and go, "Do you want to watch a film tonight?" And my head will not be there ready to watch. I can't do it. I can't just sit and watch a film. It sounds really bizarre, but like I have to like
you
really
got to
talk
prepare
myself.
for it,
Yeah,
and
like I have to really talk myself into just sitting there doing nothing and watching it, and I can't do it. Like my head just starts drifting, so I have to like get up and do something, and it's just really bad. Like I couldn't be one to sit there and just let automation do its thing. Obviously, it's perfect to have in the background and stuff. And again, if you need a bit of time to yourself, if I wanted to go, I'm going to go jump in the van for a weekend and go somewhere, then it's
yeah,
perfect for that. During the week. I think my ideal trading side would be is to get the automation to work and have consistency over a couple of years, and then get into the manual side of things because there
mhm,
is always money to be made. And then obviously I think it develops you as a better trader.
yeah,
Obviously having both, but ultimately, I think with trading with the manual side, is you can do as little as often, and then the automation is literally working more or less 24/7 or
mhm,
25/7, 20 whatever the thing is.
24/5.
That's the one in the
20
background for you. Yeah. So that's it. But like what I mean. So I think manual would be where I want to go just to develop myself as a trader and learn that. But
yeah,
again, until I'm trying not to overdo it because again you will start to put like an amount of stress on you. I'm not doing anything manually at the moment because I'm doing the auto side in the background. I'm going to work like normal, and I'm just letting things be what they are for the next couple of years. And
Hmm.
like I'm
That's
not,
exactly the way to do it.
yeah, I'm not in a huge rush to obviously leave my work. Obviously, I've had overnight success, for example, and then of course you would. But like, I think the good thing is because it's just working for me in the background at the minute. I'm just I'm just making double my money. I go to work during the day and automation's doing its thing. So like, I just I'll stick to doing this for the bit, and then you build up your own couple of accounts and stuff, or get a lot more prop firm,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then then you can take the brunt. But I'm definitely someone who would risk it. I like the risk, and like I say, no risk, no reward, and stuff like that. So I know 100% along the line somewhere I will attempt to escape the rat race and get to this, and
Hmm.
then I'll probably enjoy it for a couple of months, set myself up, and then look at the manual side of things. Like you said, you got your own course as well. I spoke to Alex; he trades differently to you as well. He trades more sort of long periods, and just learn and just I mean, there's always
Yeah, yeah,
trying to
yeah.
better yourself, and
But you
that's
got to
it
think
really.
you've got the trade in the background, haven't you? So you could always set up on your own and just go out and do jobs here and there where you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've even said, to be fair as well, like if I get to the point where automation is doing all right, but I'm not 100% sure I want to completely quit like work, I'd just go get a part-time job like in a shop, for example, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still get a little bit of money there, and then like what I mean, then break away from it that way. You haven't literally got to go right day like tomorrow I'm leaving, and then
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
just there's so many options. As I said, I'm speaking a few years down the line, and things might change, and I might really enjoy both. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So
Exactly.
I just sort of,
It might all change. So, one final question then.
mm,
If you were to speak to someone now that had never traded before, looking to get into trading, what would you tell them to do and to avoid based on your experience over the last, well, 10 years?
yeah, stay away from the signals. I'd probably say, like just um, but it is that. But unless they can make it work, you know what I mean. But I'd say I think the biggest thing is just go for it. Like you're they say don't like the moment you're scared to jump is when you should jump. Otherwise, you'll just stay still. And like
Yeah.
that, like I said, my way of looking at it is like if you do it and it doesn't work for you, like you've tried, or you might have lost a couple of thousand here or there, but it's not like you're literally like going to make that money back the next time you get paid. Like, and that's just the way I look at it. Like, and like, yeah, I'd just say go for it. I think automation is great again for people like me who are busy during the day, like your 9 to 5s.
Uh-huh.
Like I said at the start, I put, if you want to call it, too many hours in, but I just got really excited with it and I carried on. But then the good thing, like I said last week, I had a really busy schedule in evenings. I didn't touch a computer for a week, other than a VPS update and stuff each week, and that's when
Uh-huh.
my biggest week worked for me. So I hadn't even been on the computer for a week, and then gold it 5 times, and I was like, sound. So it sort of makes it. You don't even have to spend hours and hours all the
No,
time.
you
Like,
don't.
I did, but like I'm always chasing something, so that's just me. But if you want to do a few hours here and there, make a little strategy, and just go live with them when you're ready. Like just get this, create and have fun with it, learn the strategies and things. And
I think you said
I'll
the key
just
thing there is have fun with it.
yeah, literally. Yeah, I say I do enjoy it. It's quite good. I said it. Like I get involved with the chat and stuff now, and like even the people in the chat make you feel like really welcome from the get go that I was in there. I think I got introduced in November when I joined, and like you're a little bit quiet here and there, and then like you sort of just start to learn the thing and just get involved with everyone. And
Now we can't stop
they're
you.
all yeah, that's it. They're all a great help and stuff like that. And people like I've messaged people. Jake's being one of them. He's probably fed up with me messaging him here and there. But I think he's going to go on payroll soon. But he's been great, like help wise and stuff. And then his strategy building with you, which I got the
Uh-huh.
base setting from, I think a lot of people have, and going really well. And like you just you just can't. You just got to keep going with it, really. But I've had people message me now, and I'm like, okay, sweet. So like 3 months ago, I was just like an
Brand
annoying little
new.
yeah. I was just the one like messaging people, and then people come through me, and I don't mind helping people. But I quite enjoy it, and you share your sort of strategies and like how you're doing it and what you're building, and
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
it's like I think it's everyone's there for the same thing. Like everyone's there to make their money, and then just have a team along the way. It's just much more enjoyable, isn't it? Instead of doing it on your own and keep your
Exactly.
head down, and it's just is what it is. Yeah, it's a good little
It's like a
community,
little family.
basically. Yeah,
Little family.
yeah, it's all good. It's all a good little thing. But yeah, I'd just say I think if anyone's looking at trading, I'd just say go for it. You can do a bit of research in the background. It's obviously good if you know people in a certain area. Like if my friends come through to me now, I wouldn't send them anywhere else other than to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
To this. But it's that sort of thing. But I think you just have to go for it. But I think the biggest thing to remember is like you're not going to have overnight success, and things do take a bit of time. And you just have to. I think being realistic is the best approach, really. And
Yeah, I love that. I think it is. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Ben. And we'll be back again next week with another trader's story. But thank you, Ben, for sharing your story with us. I'm sure, especially your comments around where you started to where you are now, not giving up, would definitely hit home with a lot of traders. So, guys, we'll catch you next week. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.